if you've ever used that natural hippie deodorant and found out it doesn't work, and you realize the best place to keep it is in the trash, why don't you go ahead and click the like button and subscribe? We'd really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Hey guys, Paul with Flippin' Reality Show. Welcome back. We're here at another project, 837 East El Caminito Drive. This is an awesome little house. It's a pretty good sized project, but it's not horrendous. And it's good solid bones on this house. I think you're gonna like what you see on this one. Why don't we have a look? First of all, solar panels. Check that out. Solar panels, guys, can kill a deal, but in this case, they transferred in the sale free and clear. That's the way it should be done. It's awesome. You call APS, you sign up your electric bill, you call Tesla, these are Tesla, you plug in your little gizmos, and boom, you're sending power back to the grid and you're making money, or you're saving money at least, I don't know. I'm not really sure. I've never had solar, so I don't know exactly how it works, but like I said, these can also be a deal killer, and we're gonna have a little video on that soon. So this house, you can see it doesn't look bad, right? It's got a little damage there. There's some funky stuff up there. There's a lot of funkiness to this house, but like I said, good solid bones. As I mentioned, this is not a major rehab, but it's a pretty extensive rehab because as you can see, we already have walls missing. You look up there, they already have ceiling missing. And this is all a result, in all actuality, of the solar panels. They were not installed correctly. These folks had problems. They had water leaks. They had all this stuff happen. It's all been fixed ever since then. So it's all in good shape now, but they had a lot of problems and they couldn't afford to get all this stuff taken care of when they were living here. So their best option was to sell the house, get what they could, take the cash out of it because they had equity, and move themselves into a nice new house that's already put all back together for them. And so, why don't you take a quick walk down here, Andy, and just take a look at it. It all kind of looks like this. It's a mess. And just,
I don't want to die, Paul.
Let everybody get a look at what this looks like. You'll see some stuff when we get out in the backyard on the block wall. Some other little interesting items, right? This was a, we'll just say an eclectic group of folks that was living here. or maybe eccentric might be the word, I'm not sure, but yeah, they were kind of artsy, I guess would be the thing. So yeah, you can see there's a bathroom over here. It was kind of remodeled. They moved the door. They did some funny stuff in there. I mean, look at that sink. That's awesome, right?
What does that say? Is that like a reminder?
Right?
Like in 2020 when they told us how to wash our hands?
The artsiness right there, right? You know, you never know. You might be a little high on something and forget. They took out a wall here to make one giant bedroom out of two. So it was originally a 3-2. We haven't gotten there yet, but on the other side, there was a carport originally that got closed in and turned into a bedroom, which made it then a 4-2, because there's another little bathroom back over here. Watch that nail.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, another tiny bathroom over here, shower. So this would be your master, kind of nice. Except for that wash tub sink in your bathroom.
That's like a mudroom sink.
Right? That's something you want next to your washing machine. This is cool. They created Jack and Jill closets right here, passed from one bedroom to the next.
Ooh, fun. It's like an adventure in this place.
And you're back out here, and we got a laundry area right here. So there's a lot of space in this house. It's 1,990, I think, square feet. So there's plenty of room to redo this. You might see
That's
right
not
here.
bad at all.
Put close up on this wiring, Andy. See that wiring? That's obviously old wiring, right? It's not plastic coated like the new stuff is. So a person can make, and there's nothing wrong with this wiring, but somebody could make the choice to rewire this entire house and, you know, give it that brand new added value. And then here's that bathroom or that bedroom I was talking about, which used to be a carport. Got all closed in. All the additions on this place were permitted in, so this is all legit stuff to work with. That's something that you always want to be aware of.
You have to have that type of stuff to count this square footage along with the permits and everything.
Yep, and to count it as a bedroom, you have to have that type of stuff, closet.
That type of stuff. We're getting real technical here, Paul.
And what they call an egress window, right? You gotta be able to get out of the room, you have to have 2 exits in a bedroom.
Yeah, okay.
So that window has to be able to open up wide enough for a body to crawl out of. We just did a fix and flip where we had to get some after work permit work done. And they called us on a window that wasn't, and it's not the one that we put in, it was the one that was already there, but it wasn't an egressable window and we had to replace it. So,
okay.
That was fun. And then they got, this is all addition from the original house back here, this whole big giant space.
I'm at one wall. Go to the other wall, Paul. Paul, can you hear me?
Ooh, what?
It's pretty solid. This is a good space.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of potential.
Still some funkiness though, like you still have the old wiring box out here, which I think is somehow still connected with all those wires, right?
That's interesting. What is that a 50 or 100?
That's probably a 25, I don't know. 60.
60. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
How much does a new box cost on average if you want to get 200 amps?
That's a great question. The box itself, I think they're pretty expensive, but
like a few thousand,
yeah,
few grand.
It's gonna run you a few thousand, 2,500 to, depending on your electrician, 2,500 to probably $7,000, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is another funny thing they did. This is block underneath that they framed in before they built this wall. And I just don't understand why they wouldn't have built the wall flush to the inside and left this ledge on the outside, right? So you got to, it's just kind of funky. I mean, I guess if you got little curios you want to put out, I don't know.
Hey, there's a guitar. Is that a guitar? Is that a guitar? There's some artwork out here. A couple guitars. I'm a guitar player. Where is Paul? Paul! What are you doing, brother? I'm in here like making magic and you're just sleeping.
Ah, man, it's so warm out here and nice under this tree. I just thought I'd, you know, catch a quick little cat nap here while you were doing your thing inside there. This thing's not easy to get on, I tell you.
Okay, get off.
You kind of have to jump onto it. Otherwise,
you got to fall a little bit. Fall. Take one for the team, Paul.
like I said, if you try to get on it.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, that's exciting.
Yeah. You gotta, you know, if you're a surfer, no problem.
So there's some interesting stuff going on back here.
Like the giant hole that has not been turned into a swimming pool. What these folks did was they dug a big giant hole. It gets hot in the summers in Arizona, right? And you probably know about, you know, underground is always cooler, right? So they dug this big giant hole, put a canopy tent over the top of it, and then they'd hang out down in the low, you know, keep the cool earth coming in, keeping them warm, I guess.
Is that all they were doing down there?
Well, you know, beyond that, I think you can use your imagination.
Yeah, who digs giant holes that look like this where you hang out in? So get creative, people.
Here's the solar panel stuff, right? This is part of the solar panel here. This giant, here's your real electrical panel over here now. That's a giant box that they put on here.
Oh.
175 amps.
Yes!
And as you can see, you know, the electric company or whoever the electrician put in the stuff and left it up to the homeowner to finish out, which they never got to. This is
interesting. Look at all those beautiful wires.
I know, right? This is part of the, that's so you can hook up your dryer outside. This is part of the solar panel system. This is actually, there's some stuff in here. There's a screen inside here. You can open this up and get information out of here and all kinds of stuff. Here's the back side of the original carport where there was one of those little sheds, you know how they do that with the walkthrough?
Right.
Yeah, so it's now an isolated little room.
Hey, you have one of those at your house.
I do. That's how I found this place, actually. My new house is literally just right around the corner from here. And so, like I said, your hot water heaters out here, you could have a washer and dryer out here. This is where it was originally. Got lots of weird plumbing going on. So here again, like I said, not a major rehab, but to clean it up nice, there's going to be some intensive work. And on the other side of this is that bedroom, that closet.
Where are all the spiders?
They're not here. No brown recluses. So there's a spectacular mountain view when you walk out the front door of this house to the right. How about this right here? Palm trees, mountains, right in your backyard. I mean, this is a really nice little area right here. And I was getting into how we found this property. This was actually an MLS listing. We don't usually buy MLS listings.
Why not?
Well, they're hard to find deals generally, for the most part. But so what, like we said a minute ago, I actually just bought a house right around the corner from this place myself that I moved into. And I was just happened to go online to see what the values were because I'm looking to get that refinanced for myself. And I saw this place was listed as a coming soon, right? So it wasn't a listing yet, it was coming soon. And I was like, oh, what's going on with this? And I looked at it and it's like, oh, we got to have offers in by Monday. And I was looking on a Friday. I'm like, oh, well, let me call this realtor up. Hey, can I come see the place tomorrow? They're like, yeah, we're getting people in tomorrow to come look at it. So I came and I made my offer. And I actually was tied with the best offer numbers-wise, but I also put into my offer that I would, I mentioned that I just bought a house around the corner and I'm really, want to be in this neighborhood and yada, 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 all that stuff. They liked that a little bit, but I also put in there that, we would offer them a post-possession. So that meaning after we close the deal and if we are now the owners, we would allow them time to get moved out of the property. I originally put 30 days in there. They asked if they could have 45. We agreed to it. We did put a special agreement in there because one of the things that we do is we don't necessarily always do the fix and flip on these properties. A lot of times we'll wholesale it to someone else and let them do the work, right? And so if we do that, I want that next buyer to be secure in that holdback or in that post-possession agreement, right? Because we've had people not want to move after 30 days, right? Or they call us up on day 30 and we're like, hey, how you doing? You ready to move out? We're like, well, we haven't started yet. So what we do is we do what we call a holdback and move out agreement where we give them that time, but from the profits that they're making from the sale, we're going to hold some back in escrow. In this particular case, we held back $10,000. And if they're not out on that 30th day, then they get charged a penalty, which is pretty much equal to my holding cost for that first month, at least my hard money cost, right? And then I start a daily $100 a day penalty at that point in time for another 15 days. And at the end of 15 days, if they're still not out, then they lose the entire holdback agreement and I can start my eviction. So that gives security to another buyer. It gives security to us too if we're going to do the project. But if I sell this to somebody else, right, that looks good. They're like, oh, wow, you've got a real secure agreement here that I could actually make some money from if I have to deal with these people, right? So that's one of the things we do. And that's how I found this property, was through that coming soon listing. It was kind of fun, something different.
That's fantastic. So where can people find you other than Flippin' Reality TV? Well, it's the Flippin' Reality Show. But.
Well, the Flippin' Reality Show is right where, where you're going to get all this great information, see all these houses and all that fun stuff, hear the things we're talking about, like the solar panels, a lot of other things that we're going to be talking about in our fireside chats, right? Just life in general things that are really important. But if you're interested in seeing what our deals are, if you're looking to buy properties, go to wazbargains.com. That's W-A-Z bargains. No, go and do bargains? No, let's do deals. Let's do Waz Deals. Go to wazdeals.com.
Fantastic. Hey, thanks a lot, Paul. We'll see you on the next one.
You will.
Peace.